On September 13, 2006, Espesyal Pinoy was founded in Singapore by parent advocate Coach Bobong Kotyongko and SPED teacher Olin Mendoza, who is also owner of Kids Cove, which is a special needs school in Singapore. The group was established to build a strong support community among Filipino families in Singapore who are raising children with special needs. Over the years, parents have come together through workshops, counseling, and fellowship, while their children have enjoyed meaningful interactions and friendships with peers their age. Espesyal Pinoy promotes the inclusion of children with special needs in society by participating in local events and conducting awareness lectures for various groups and organizations. Through these efforts, the group aims to foster greater understanding of their children's conditions and advocate for a more inclusive and accepting community. Espesyal Pinoy is grateful for the ongoing support it receives from both Filipino and Singaporean communities. Today, the group is honored to be joined by one of its co-founders, Coach Bobong Kutyongko, who has been based in the Philippines since 2017 and now runs her own training firm, CLI Training Consultancy. Friends, please join us in giving a warm welcome to Coach Bobong Kutyongko.
Thank you very much, Tracy, our current president of Espesyal Pinoy, now serving her second term. It's truly a pleasure to be part of this sharing session with you and another mom from Singapore, while two of us here are now based in Manila. This opportunity allows our advocacy to reach farther, spreading awareness in both the Philippines and Singapore, and helping friends and families from other parts of the world gain a deeper understanding of the unique journey families like ours experience in raising children with Down syndrome. Through this platform, we hope to offer heartfelt, personal insights into the lived experiences of mothers from the moment of diagnosis to everyday life, so we can help build greater empathy and awareness. As four moms, we will share honest stories of both struggles and milestones that reflect the distinct paths we walk. Our goal is to inspire a more compassionate, informed, and inclusive community by highlighting what families of children with Down syndrome wish others truly understood. We are also privileged to have with us two dedicated therapists who will be sharing valuable information and insights about the crucial roles of a speech language therapist and an occupational therapist in supporting our children's physical, cognitive, and social development. You will have the chance to meet them both shortly, and there will be a Q&A session following their segment, as well as after the segment of Us Moms. I'm sure many of you are eager to hear from our speakers today, so let's get started. I will introduce to you our first speaker. Our first speaker is a BS Chemistry and MS Environmental Science graduate from the University of the Philippines, Diliman. She started her career as a university researcher in UP Diliman while studying for her master's degree. She shifted into the personal care industry as a development chemist for the Asian Regional Technology Center of Colgate-Palmolive, Philippines. She then moved to Singapore and worked under Simrise as an application manager and then DSM Firmenich as a marketing manager. She's a member of two special needs support groups, Down Syndrome Association Singapore and Espesyal Pinoy. As a mother of 17-year-old Gerard, born with Down syndrome and diagnosed with comorbid autism at age 6, she participates in several awareness programs and activities, as well as contributed to the book Opening Our Hearts, a sharing by parents of children with Down syndrome in 2011, in order to advocate for him, to share how Gerard taught them unconditional love, to stay grounded, not to take anything for granted, and proved that faith can overcome any challenges in life. Friends, please welcome Mommy Frida Guerzon David.
Thank you very much, Bobong, for that introduction. Good morning, everyone. I would like to share some of the highlights as well as the lowlights of raising my son, Gerard. So Gerard Lorenzo, short for Jello, we named him Gerard for the patron saint of expectant mother, Saint Gerard Mahela, and Lorenzo, the first Filipino saint. And so short for Gerard Lorenzo is Jello. He was born on 11th of April, 2008. And I learned about his Down syndrome high risk when he was at 16 weeks, when I was carrying him at 16 weeks via ultrasound and blood test. And we didn't go anymore for amniocentesis to really know that if he has Down syndrome because of the high risk of spontaneous abortion, as well as it's very expensive here in Singapore. So when he was born, he was diagnosed with Down syndrome as well as comorbid autism at the age of 6. With the family that I have in my side, as well as my husband's side, they were really understanding, as well as gave their unconditional love. But because of all this, it's not enough. And as a person, of course, and on a human being, I had to pass through the stages of grief. So they say that mothers or parents who's having a special needs baby definitely also have to pass through stages of grief. And it's really a shock, even though I already was diagnosed earlier. And when I gave birth, to see and really confirm that he has Down syndrome. But of course, I have to go through the stages. And at the end, it's really the acceptance of having a child with Down syndrome that really made me push through and also continue in order to support as well as care for Jello. So what is Down syndrome? So based from Wikipedia, we know that it is trisomy 21, which is a genetic disorder caused by the presence of the full or part of the third copy of chromosome 21. So with this condition, it is usually associated with developmental delays, would be mild to moderate intellectual disability, as well as characteristic physical features. And with that, of course, we have challenges with regards to the health of the child with Down syndrome. So for Jello, these are some of the health challenges that we have for him. And with that, of course, we can see the list of specialists that we have to go through and see every year so that we maintain his health. And we are always frequent visits. We do frequent visits to KK Women's and Children's Hospital to see this specialist in order to monitor Jello's health. But of course, it's very important to know all this, as well as the background of what is Down syndrome, in order to understand further the diagnosis, as well as prepare for the challenges ahead. So of course, with Jello, his first surgery was in 2008 when he was born at 5 days old due to his duodenal atresia. And in between, we have further surgeries. And the last one that when we visited KK for his day surgery is due to his gastric inflammation in 2024. And with that, we have continuous follow-up with him at KK Hospital for the specialist for his health. And of course, developmental challenges is there. And we have inquired as well as enrolled him in early childhood intervention programs in order to address his developmental delays as well as disabilities. So in 2010, he was enrolled in the Rainbow Center Yishun Park School. And in 2013, we transferred him to Kids Cove. And currently, he's at AWA School at Yishun Avenue. And with his condition of hypotonia, which is decreased muscle tone, we need also to have the support of therapies such as speech as well as occupational. Speech therapies strengthen his muscles for eating and speech and communication. For occupational therapies, it improved his fine as well as gross motor skills. And we also have a few gym sessions for him to develop muscles for movement as well as balance. And we cannot do it alone. And we know that it's not easy just to have a baby or a child with Down syndrome. And we need the support of others who understand what we are going through. And that's why I became a member of the Down Syndrome Association of Singapore, as well as the Espesyal Pinoy. So we learned that Jello loves music. So that's why in DSA in Singapore, we enrolled him in activities such as kinder music. And for that as well, being a member of these support groups, we engage in different awareness programs. And for Espesyal Pinoy, we have this annual Purple Parade at the third quarter of the year, and also Down Syndrome Association Body Walk. So in order to prevent the risk of obesity, because for Down syndromes, children tend to be overweight, we find different developmental goals that matches his interest. So with exercise, and Jello loves the water, he engages in swimming classes, and also for in the pool as well as in the beach, and still continuously he's doing swim classes in AWA. And of course, biking, because he loves the outdoors. And he started off, of course, with tricycle with 3 wheels. And then now he can bike using 2 wheels with, of course, support. And then if he loves, of course, moving, and then we have enrolled him in different exercises such as wall climbing and also soccer classes. And he loves going to the playground, and as well as also participated in the Kids Dash of Standard Chartered Singapore Marathon and also Spartan Kids. So in order to he has improved his ability to stay still based from the therapies that we had. So he can now go and enjoy long train rides as well as airplane rides. And also with this, he can also travel long distance to different countries that we have visited during the family holidays, and even enjoyed and can withstand cold weather, like wearing many layers, and also sitting still while in the plane to travel to our family holiday destination. As I mentioned, he loves water. And he also loves movement as well as music. So he enjoyed theme parks. So he's there in the middle, enjoying the rides in the theme parks, and as well as watching performances like High Five and Disney on Ice. The most important skill he learned are those he can apply in his daily life. So you can see here that he can participate and he can do things that he can help at home, like preparing meals, and also preparing and baking for dough, as well as peeling vegetables. And he's also preparing his bread, as well as washing dishes, hanging laundry, helping us with Christmas decors, and doing his own washing of the face, as well as brushing his teeth. He loves also learning using the laptops, writing, doing puzzles, and eating, as well as helping us in the grocery. And doing chores as well. As you can see, wiping, sweeping, collecting garbage, and paying for his snack, which is exercise in his school. So with that, he has several awards received as a good student. And that, of course, is really something that we are proud of as parents. And being Catholic, Roman Catholic, he also attends a catechism class for special needs. And in 2022, he had his first communion. And this July, he will be having his confirmation. So you can see the possibilities are endless, and joy has radiated from Jello to those around him. As Jennifer Wright says, each day offers new opportunities to learn, grow, and love unconditionally. And this has really helped us with Jello, taking care of Jello, because of being accepted, as well as for him to accept us in his life. And we learned a lot in raising him. And with that, it's actually not easy for me. And what we have done is we have this serenity prayer. As you can see, we pray this always. And it says here, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Because you cannot handle all the problems or the challenges of raising a child with Down syndrome. So you have to distinguish those that you can change and those you cannot. And of course, having faith, love, and hope is really a foundation of our strength to overcome whatever we face in life. Jello has taught us unconditional love and kept us grounded and not to take things for granted. And I always am asked by people to describe the experience of raising a child with disability. And I would like to share a short write-up that we have encountered. It's entitled Welcome to Holland by Emily Pearl Kingsley. So in summary, when you're going through to have a baby, it's like planning for a fabulous vacation, let's say going to Italy. But when the day comes, you see that there have been a change in flight plan and you have landed not in Italy, but in Holland. And there you must stay. The loss of the dream to go to Italy is very significant. It's a significant loss for you, but if you spend your life mourning the fact that you didn't get to Italy, you may never be free to enjoy the special, the lovely things about Holland. So to continue to spread the awareness and advocacy towards children with special needs, as you can see, we have a special day dedicated for Down syndrome, which is on the 21st of March because of the Trisomy 21, March 21. So it's a 321 number. And this is dedicated every year. And as Chris Burke says, it's not about celebrating disability, but it's about celebrating abilities. I hope Jello Stories has inspired you all for a continued awareness and advocacy for special needs children. And I would like to introduce, this is my last slide, I would like to introduce the next speaker.